I just finished watching the series, Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal. It was a great series. I really enjoyed every episode. Jake Gyllenhaal's performance was great. It was phenomenal, especially his closing arguments. He was acting twice. He was acting for the jury and he was acting for the viewing audience. And I thought he really nailed that performance. I thought he nailed all the episodes throughout the whole series. He was very believable. Really, the whole cast of Presumed Innocent really nailed in their performances, especially the prosecutor that was prosecuting the case against Jake Gyllenhaal. I thought he did an excellent job. However, the other prosecutor, I don't know if he's black or what his ethnic. He looks black, but he could be something else. What his ethnic makeup is, but his performance wasn't bad. But it looked like Buddy was holding a fart for a lot of the episodes. I don't know what was going on. Every time I saw him, I was like, damn, somebody probably need to get Buddy like some Pepto-Bismol or something. Like, he looks like he's struggling. But I mean, despite that, his performance was pretty good too. I really liked the writing, and it was set in Chicago, where I'm from, and the establishment shots of Chicago's downtown and Chicago skyline were absolutely beautiful. I mean, just gorgeous the way they laid it out. So, I mean, even if you're not from Chicago, you probably still would enjoy those shots. Jake Gyllenhaal's wife in the show, she did a great job. She was vulnerable and angry, and she displayed both emotions very well. And she also was trying to be protective of her husband. Now, Jake Gyllenhaal's team, his defense team, the male defense lawyer did a great job. And the female defense lawyer, she did a phenomenal job. However, the haircut, couldn't get over it. Every time I saw it, I was like, that's a shame. You know what I mean? Are they are they trolling us? Or is that like, that's beside the point. But she did a good job as well. That haircut, we got to talk to somebody on the crew about that. That's you know what I mean, we got to get that fixed. But other than that, she did a great job. I really enjoyed the pacing of the show. I thought it was well paced, especially for a limited series. It was well paced. And the writing was phenomenal. Scott Turow, who was a novelist, wrote this originally as a novel. It was actually a remake. They did a movie about it, I think, back in the day with Richard Gere. And Scott Turow was a former lawyer, and he writes a lot of crime and courtroom dramas. And you can tell the difference between like a movie or a series that's based on a book and a movie or series that's just written by screenwriters. You know, novelists and authors, they're more focused on building relatable and grounded characters and developing a good story, you know, and whereas screenwriters have a lot of other components that they have to account for. You know, they have the director in the air, the producer, the studio. They have to account for commercial breaks. They have to account for the time limit of the show. They have to account for drama. They have to account for, you know, the lead. Who's the lead? Who's the second tier? You know, it's a lot of, they have to account for the stars. They have input. So it's a lot of other factors, and you can tell when you watch the show. Like, a novelist and an author is solely focused on developing the story and grounding the characters. And you can tell the difference when you watch that. So the writing was great in this, and you can really tell the difference. You know, screenwriters have a different responsibility. And a lot of times that can result in rushed storylines or underdeveloped characters and plot lines. And when you have a story that's written by somebody that's used to developing stories and used to writing their experience, it really shows through. And that's what this show really showed. The writing was phenomenal. And that honestly lends to better performances from the actors because, you know, they know good writing, they've seen it. And so I think when they see good writing, they want to, you know, give a better performance because the material on the page is already so well written. So you can see that come through in these actors' performances. I really enjoyed the series. And it really, and another telltale sign of good writing is it keeps you guessing. I mean, it was like a suspense, you know, whodunit type murder mystery type thing, and it really subtly, that's what good writing does. It subtly points to different people who could be responsible for the murder in question, and it subtly does it, and you're guessing the whole way through until the last episode. And so when the actual killer is revealed. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it yet, it's one of the most popular shows on Apple TV. So I'm sure you probably saw it already. But if you haven't, go ahead and check it out. Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal. I really enjoyed it. One of the best series I'll say I've seen this year. The suspense and the whodunit factor was really prevalent. Also, before I go, I want to mention this. This series was a good advertisement for like a Ring camera, because it was so many characters showing up at the dead woman's house, and she didn't have a Ring camera. Like, she was an attorney. I'm sure she could afford it. Like, why didn't you have a Ring camera? This murder probably could have been solved, if you would have had a Ring camera to account for the people coming in and out and in and around your house. It was a multitude of people that was in and around this woman's house. And if she would have just had a Ring camera, the murder probably would have been solved. You feel me? But other than that, I really enjoyed the show. So go ahead and check it out. Presumed Innocent on Apple TV. All right. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you.